Network. The 49ers traded quarterback Trey Lance to the Cowboys for a 2024 fourth-round pick. According to NFL Network insiders Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero, Lance, the third overall pick in the 21 draft, ends his time in San Francisco after just 4 starts. On the field, the 49ers hosted the Chargers in their preseason finale. Brock Purdy throwing for 73 yards and running for a score. Sam Darnold, who beat out Lance for the Niners' backup job, threw for 89 yards and a touchdown. Justin Herbert did not play for the Chargers. The Titans beat Patriots 23-7. Ryan Tannehill started but did not throw a pass in his only series. Malik Willis had an up-and-down night, throwing a pair of touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Number 1 overall pick Bryce Young passed for 73 yards and a score, along with 21 yards on the ground for the Panthers, who lost 26-17 to the Lions. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Reggie was a nurse for 16 years.
I had become very burnt out. I wasn't making good money.
Then it happened.
There was an ad for My Computer Career, and it just spoke to me.
My Computer Career was the best decision he ever made.
I could study anywhere from my laptop, and I was working in the first couple weeks of me being in class.
Reggie hit a home run.
The field is teeming with jobs.
Become an IT pro in just months with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
The school is amazing.
It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu. This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to 4hims.com/joy. That's FORHINS.com/JOY.
Wake up with us at Broken Yolk Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m., serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yolk Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. You can order online at Broken Yolk Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
And good morning. Today's Saturday, and it's 7:30 in the morning, Saturday, August 26th. August 26th. It'll be gone by next week. The birthdays today. We have a bunch of birthdays today. The big shot birthdays. Singer Vic Dana. He's 83 today. Valerie Simpson, she's a singer. It's Ashford Simpson. She was the Simpson. She is 78 today. Singer Bob Cowsill of the Cowsills, 74. 60 Minutes correspondent Bill Whitaker is 72. We have band leader Branford Marsalis. He is 63. Wasn't he the band leader on the Tonight Show or one of those? Anyway, Chris Burke. Chris Burke said Life Goes On. He's 58. Melissa McCarthy, very funny lady. She was in Mike and Molly, Gilmore Girls, and a whole bunch of other stuff. She's absolutely hilarious. She's 53. Latin pop singer Talia is 52 today. Meredith Eaton of 2017's MacGyver, and she was in Family Law. She's 49. Actor Mike Coulter, he was in Luke Cage, and Jessica Jones is 47 today. Macaulay Culkin, he was the little kid when the Lost left at home. He is 43. Chris Pine of the new Star Trek movies, he's 43. Comedian John Mulaney, he's 41 today. We have actress Cassie is 37. Evan Rose of the Hunger Games, Mockingjay, is 35. Daniel Sabre of Station 19 and Heroes, 35 today. Dylan O'Brien, he was on the TV's Teen Wolf. He's 32. Kiki Palmer was in Nope and Aquila and the Bee, 30 years old today. That's a youngster right there. We have the local birthdays coming up next.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's also Aza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Also Aza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
Happy birthdays this morning going out to Acrecia Mo Ramirez, Johnny Collins, Dora Justman, Lulu Garcia, Jonathan Green, Jose Domingo Navarro, Linda Valenzuela, Gloria Aguilar, Randy Sanchez, Elijah Petri, Irene Avila, Tommy Nettie. We have Willie Bayonne, Luis Alberto Calle, Doreen Hagen, Jay Lino Morquecho, Jeannie Golden, John Pyburn, Junior Cruz, Lauren Johnson, Ricardo Ruiz, Veronica Martinez, Marisa Guzman, and Norma Doutry. Happy birthday to each and every one.
Friday nights are for football, and we have it on KXO AM 1230. Catch the action with Carol Buckley and John Dripple as we bring you the best matchup of the week with either the Central Spartans or Southwest Eagles. High school football is brought to you by
McNeese Mart at Dogwood and Main in El Centro. Johnny's Burrito in Brawley, El Centro, and Imperial. Also Aza Mobile Automotive Service. And K Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial with daily lunch specials.
And we'll have the high school scoreboard and other information coming up into sports. That's later on this half hour. Right now, it's time for the World California News headlines. Brought to you by Locke Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Locke, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News Brief. The federal judge in the election interference case against former President Trump may set a trial date on Monday. Former public defender Lucius Outlaw.
For the defense, it dictates when you're going to do your investigation, which witnesses you're going to reach out to, when you're going to file motions, and generally prepare for trial.
It's a steamy weekend ahead for parts of the country, says the Weather Channel meteorologist Kelly Cass on CBS Saturday mornings.
The heat, the humidity is still a problem, especially across the south into Louisiana, where we desperately need the rainfall. We have a very bad deficit in places like Lake Charles and New Orleans. Where we are going to be getting the rain is Florida, thanks to the tropics.
People in the town of Maryville in southwestern Louisiana have been ordered to evacuate because of a wildfire that officials say is the largest they've ever seen. Ed Bush of the Red Cross.
We're supposed to kind of catch a break, and between hurricanes and tornadoes and now fires and other things, it's endless.
CBS News Brief. I'm Christopher Cruz.
Become a Locke Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Locke Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Locke VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Locke Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Locke Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Locke, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. More details are coming to light after a gunman killed 3 people and wounded 6 at a restaurant and bar in Orange County Wednesday. Orange County District Attorney Todd Spitzer says the site of the shooting, Cook's Corner, has a place in his heart.
This is personal. I am one of those bikers. I am one of those people that would often go on Wednesday nights to spaghetti night. I am one of those people who understand how the county and the canyons are grieving.
Retired Ventura Police Sergeant John Snowling was accused of firing at his soon-to-be ex-wife and others Wednesday night. His wife survived. He died in a shootout with police. Californians are weighing in on Donald Trump's first mugshot, which was taken when he turned himself in Thursday to face charges. He conspired to overturn the 2020 election in Georgia. Republican Raul Sanchez of Huntington Beach, California.
I was a little upset, a little bothered. So that's all I can get from that. I mean, could you really blame him?
Mike Salceda, California Headline News.
And World California News headlines brought to you this morning by Locke Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair or replacement, call the experts, Locke Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
For more than a century, AM radio has evolved to meet the needs of our community. In their car, at home, or on the job, more than 80 million listeners depend on AM radio each month. AM radio is also the backbone of the emergency alert system, which keeps us safe in dangerous times. It's reliable, free, and public safety depends on it. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And it is now time for page one of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, with 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center at Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall. Starting off the local news, the weather is back in the news. National Weather Service says an excessive heat warning will be issued Sunday, tomorrow through Tuesday for just about the entire area. Temperatures expected to reach between 110 and 116 in some areas. The return of the extreme heat with major heat risk Sunday through Tuesday. No showers expected at all until possibly the end of next week. In the meantime, though, an excessive heat warning will be in effect for excessive temperatures Sunday through Tuesday for all of Imperial County. Assemblyman Eduardo Garcia is having a party. That's today, as a matter of fact, and you're all invited. He's going to hold a celebration honoring the best step forward as a nonprofit of the year for the 36th Assembly District. It will be held it'll be held in Best Step Forward Gymnasium at 260 Main Street in El Centro. It starts at 10 o'clock this morning, and again, everyone is invited. We'll have more in just a minute.
Before you head out on the road, head into El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Ask for the works. Trained technicians will change the oil using up to 6 quarts of synthetic blend oil. Change the filter, rotate the tires, top off the fluids, check the belts, hoses, battery, and brakes, all for one low price. It's the works at Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, at El Centro Motors, the Imperial Valley Mall, and the Brawley Auto Center, or with their new mobile service wherever you are.
And the County Board of Supervisors were feeling charitable this week. It happened at this week's Board of Supervisors meeting. They approved a request from District 3 Supervisor Mike Kelly. $2,000 from the community benefit account will go to support the El Centro Moose Lodge 1033 to cover the costs associated with the replacement of an air conditioning unit. Another request from District 1 Supervisor Jesus Eduardo Escobar. That request was also approved. $2,000 from the community benefit account will go to support the Calexico Rotary Club's Festival de Mariachi Sin Fronteras and the Grito de Independencia events scheduled for September. The board agreed to donate 2012 Ford E350 to the city of Calipatria due to the city's dire need for their day-to-day operations and budget constrictions. Vehicle had been declared surplus. The city of Calipatria also received an emergency grant of $45,000 from the community benefit program account. The city sought the grant to offset expenses due to a network and data loss incident. The grant funds will assist in the installment of a server, establishing a cybersecurity network, and costs for an audit due to the lost data. And Ag Benefit Advisory Committee meeting will be held Monday. The meeting will be at 852 Broadway in El Centro, beginning at 3 p.m. During the meeting, they'll discuss supplemental co-funding IPM and entomology advisor position. They will also discuss ABAC term renewals. The meeting can be viewed via Zoom. Contact the Ag Commissioner's office for the Zoom details or to view supporting documents on the agenda items. That's it. That's page one of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane services all makes and models, and you will never need an appointment.
KXO AM 1230 can help you publicize your nonprofit group's upcoming events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. To take advantage of our offer, we ask that you let us know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
And it's page 2 and your local weather. An Imperial Valley physician has pleaded guilty to a years-long use of foreign, unapproved, and misbranded cosmetic drugs. According to the United States Attorney's Office in San Diego, Dr. Tan Vo pleaded guilty to receipt of misbranded drugs in interstate commerce and being an accessory after the fact to an accomplice who smuggled the unapproved drugs into the United States from Mexico. In the plea agreement, Dr. Vo admitted that none of the injectables, the botulinum toxin used by his clinic between November 2016 and October 2020 was approved for use in the United States. Bo acknowledged that he received over $100,000 in gross receipts for almost 4 years of cosmetic services using the drugs. Bo admitted purchasing most of the drugs and devices from the operator of a med spa in Mexicali, who smuggled them into the United States without declaring them. As part of the plea agreement, Dr. Vo agreed to forfeit the receipts and pay a fine of $201,000 and to pay restitution to the victims of his offense. The maximum penalty could have included a year in prison. Dr. Vo went to the social media and to declare a relief that this whole thing has finally ended. Both Imperial County hospitals have received loans from the state of California. The Department of Healthcare Access and Information is distributing loans through the Distressed Hospital Loan Program. Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District and El Centro Regional Medical Center will receive loans in the amount of $28 million each. The Distressed Hospital Loan Program was established earlier this year to offer interest-free working capital loans to a nonprofit and publicly operated financially distressed hospitals. The program is jointly administered by the California Department of Health Care Access and Information and the California Health Facilities Financing Authority. The loans are at 0% interest and are repayable over 72 months with an initial 18-month grace period at the beginning of the loan term. Loans are scheduled to be released in the coming weeks. We got your weather coming up next.
From coast to coast, this is Goddard's Gold, right here on the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO.
What's your name? Who's your daddy? Get the gold, Goddard's Gold, Saturday 9 p.m. to midnight and Sunday morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
The high temperature yesterday, 108 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 84. National Weather Service says excessive heat is expected this weekend through early next week, with lower desert high temperatures reaching 110 to 116 degrees. Warm morning temperatures, in addition to hot afternoons, will promote widespread major and locally extreme heat risk. Relief from the heat and a better storm chances are expected by the second half of next week. Weather forecast calling for sunny and hot weather today. Highs right near 111. West and northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear skies. Overnight lows around 84. West wind 5 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 20 miles per hour. Sunny and hot on Sunday. Excessive heat warning will be in effect with the highs right near 114. West winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 20 miles per hour. Sunday night, clear skies, overnight lows around 85. West to northwest wind 5 to 15 miles per hour. Sunny and hot on Monday with the highs right near 115. North to northwest wind 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 20 miles per hour at times. And right now we're looking at 82 degrees, 44% the relative humidity. Air Pollution Control District says air quality is good in El Centro. Air quality, however, is unhealthy for sensitive groups in Brawley. Air quality is moderate for the rest of the region. If you are affected by air pollution, you might want to reconsider extended outdoor activity. That is page 2 of the local news and your local weather. We got the sports coming up.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And it is time for the Sports World Roundup, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best of care. High school football scoreboard games played this week because the first game was Thursday. You heard that one. That was Imperial at Hopeville. The Tigers defeated the Vikings 37-14 on Thursday. Last night's football, Central Spartans shut out of the Palm Desert Aztecs 27-0. Southwest got by Banning 24-14. Klexico defeated Castle Park 42-13. Brawley shut out Valley Center 13-0. Sonora La Habra defeated Vincent Memorial 14-7. Desert Mirage just squeaked by Calipatria 24-23. And Coachella Valley defeated Apollo Verde 41-21. Next Friday, we'll have both the Tigers and the Spartans on the Friday night. Central Spartans at Ramona Bulldogs. You'll hear that one on KXO AM 1230 and on the KXO YouTube channel pregame with Carol and John at 6:45 p.m. Friday, also, Cibola Raiders at the Imperial Tigers on the KXO YouTube channel and on the KXO website. Pregame there also starts at 6:45 with Mickey Dale and George Grijalva. In the NFL football, preseason is wrapping up right now. I had finished up yesterday with the Chargers defeating the 49ers 23-12. Lions got by the Panthers 26-17, and the Titans beat the Patriots 23-7. Tonight, the Raiders wrap up preseason. They take on the Cowboys in Dallas. You'll hear that game on FM 107.5, the Raiders station for the Imperial Valley. That is an evening game and should be on the air right around 4:30 this afternoon. And Sunday will be the final preseason game for anybody. The Texans will take on the Saints. We'll talk baseball in just a minute.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations at Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
And the Little League World Series wraps up this weekend. Today, it's the championship games, International Championship, Asia Pacific takes on the Caribbean, and the U.S. Championship game, Texas at California. Both of those will be played today. The consolation game will be played tomorrow at 11 a.m. Then it's the World Series champion, the championship for whoever won the international between the Asia Pacific and the Caribbean, and Texas and California. They will face off, the winners of those games, tomorrow for the Little League World Series. Major League Baseball scoreboard, it was the Angels over the Mets, 3-1. Ohtani did bat. Again, he's not going to be able to pitch for the rest of the season, but he did bat, and he went 1 for 3. Or whatever, something like that. He got a hit. The Padres did not get very many hits. Brewers beat them 7-3. It was the Tigers over the Astros 4-1. Yankees got by the Rays 6-2. Nationals over the Marlins 7-4. Orioles defeated the Rockies 5-4. Phillies beat the Cardinals 7-2. It was the Pirates over the Cubs 2-1. Guardians defeated the Blue Jays 5-2. Dodgers got by the Red Sox 7-4. Athletics, they defeated the White Sox 12-4. Titans over the Rangers 12-2. Diamondbacks defeated the Reds 10-8. Mariners got by the Royals 7-5, and it was the Braves over the Giants 5-1. WNBA, just one game. Sparks defeated Dream 83-78. In golf, a late burst of birdies gives Megan Kang had 5 straight. There was 5 straight birdies in the back nine. Burst and shot a 6 under 66 to take a 1-stroke lead at the CPKC Women's Open in Canada at challenging Softnessy Golf and Country Club. I guess it's just hard to say. Also in golf, after squandering a big lead in the opening round of the Tour Championship, world number 1 golfer Scotty Scheffler bounced back in a big way Friday at East Lake Golf Club, and again finds himself chasing Norway's Victor Hovland on the weekend. For the weekend, I think he just shot back. And in golf, also, Yuka Sasso had a big second nine to shoot 6 under 66 and take the first round lead at the Women's Open, while Canadian Brooke Henderson struggled while playing in glasses for the first time on the LPGA Tour. And in tennis, Ekaterina Alexandrova plays Sarah Sorbis Tormo in the Cleveland final. On the other NASCAR race, the final NASCAR race of the season, Chase Briscoe has the pole. They'll be racing at Daytona. That's it. That's Sports World Roundup, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
It's Imperial Tiger Football streaming live on the web. George Grahava and Mickey Dale will be Mike's side to bring you all the action. Tiger Football live on KXORadio.com. Imperial Tiger Football is brought to you by
Stan's Auto Body, Derma's Floor Covering, Brickhouse Coffee, and Brickhouse Deli.
It is now time for the financial news and weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offers live scan fingerprinting to the public. The stocks rallied Friday as traders cheered comments from Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell at the annual Central Bank Conference in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. That point to a stronger than expected economic growth. Dow Jones Industrial Average closed at 247.48 points, up or 0.7% at 34,346.90 after being up more than 300 points at session highs. The S&P 500 gained about 0.7% to close at 4405.71, while the tech-heavy NASDAQ Composite advanced 0.9% to 13,590.65, which was enough to help both indexes snap a 3-week losing streak. However, the Dow logged a second straight week of losses. And what else we have here? The S&P 500 energy and consumer discretionary sectors both rose at least 1% on Friday. Petroleum company Valero Energy and toy maker Hasbro were among the day's biggest gainers, advancing 2.8% and 5.7% respectively. Going to take a look at your weather in just a minute.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
The high temperature yesterday, 108 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 84. Next, Weather Service says excessive heat is expected this weekend through early next week, with lower desert high temperatures reaching 110 to 116 degrees. Warm morning temperatures, in addition to hot afternoons, will promote widespread major and locally extreme heat risk. Relief from the heat and a better storm chances are expected by the second half of next week. Weather forecast calling for sunny and hot weather today. Highs right near 111. West to northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear skies. Overnight lows around 84. West wind 5 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 20 miles per hour. Sunny and hot on Sunday. Excessive heat warning will be in effect with the highs right near 114. West winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 20 miles per hour. Sunday night, clear skies, overnight lows around 85. West to northwest wind 5 to 15 miles per hour. Sunny and hot on Monday with the highs right near 115. North to northwest wind 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 20 miles per hour at times. And right now we're looking at 82 degrees, 44% the relative humidity. Again, the Air Pollution Control District says air quality may be good in El Centro, but not anywhere else. Air quality is unhealthy for sensitive groups in Brawley. Air quality is moderate for the rest of the region. Financial news and weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services. They offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
For more than a century, AM radio has evolved to meet the needs of our community. In their car, at home, or on the job, more than 80 million listeners depend on AM radio each month. AM radio is also the backbone of the emergency alert system, which keeps us safe in dangerous times. It's reliable, free, and public safety depends on it. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
It's 8 o'clock at KXO, El Centro, California.
I'm Allison Keyes in Washington. Thousands are gathered in the nation's capital right now, honoring the 60th anniversary of the March on Washington. Margaret Wright was there in 1963 when Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his I Have a Dream speech and says people should still be inspired.
Aim high, look to the mountaintop, and always be inclusive and reaching out to touch the lives of as many people as you can.
CBS's Nicole Killian is at the Lincoln Memorial, where the program is beginning right now.
Fast forward 60 years.
We got to go back to the drawing board, and that's why we say this is not a commemoration. This is a celebration. It is a rededication.
Martin Luther King III reflects on his father's legacy and the work that remains.
Now to Louisiana, where the largest wildfire in the state's history continues to burn along with others, forcing evacuations. CBS's Nicole Skanga.
Officials are asking residents to conserve water to help fight the fires. With the number of evacuations growing, this 72-bed shelter is filling up so fast, the American Red Cross is opening up another at a nearby church.
In Chicago, shots rang out during a White Sox baseball game last night, leaving 2 women injured. Police aren't sure where the gunfire came from. WBBM-TV reporter Charlie DeMar.
The fans that we spoke to say they didn't hear any gunshots or notice any loud disturbance or panic. Of course, it is loud inside the ballpark. Now, the game was played until the end, and it has been extremely calm around here. Cops have been going about their business, and people who were leaving once this game was over, they really did leave in an orderly fashion. You would not know that anything was going on just by the looks of it.
SpaceX's Crew Dragon and 4 astronauts are headed to the International Space Station.
I'm Peter King. It started with this call to the crew about 25 minutes before launch.
We saw a transient hit on one of a gas detector inside the crew arm.
Sensors picked up a leak of hypergolic fuel that the Dragon needs to maneuver in space.
And that sensor measured a very little bit of NTO.
SpaceX human spaceflight head Benji Reed says engineers scrambled to calculate how much fuel might be lost during the Dragon's 6 months in space. He says they determined it wouldn't be a problem just in time.
We were working that problem and we cleared it. I think it was within the last 2 minutes of the count.
Peter King, CBS News at the Kennedy Space Center.
The 4 astronauts aboard come from 4 nations: the U.S., Japan, Denmark, and Russia. This is CBS News.
Hire with minimal effort and max speed with Indeed. Their hiring solution platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates efficiently. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Back to school means back to early bedtimes. But I'm not tired. Fortunately, there's Pure Z's Kids, mindfully formulated to help your child fall asleep naturally when needed. Pure Z's Kids products are non-habit forming, drug-free, and available in liquid, chewable tablets, and gummies. Give them the rest to be their best. Bye, Mom! Pure Z's Kids, for ages 4 and up. Explore all Pure Z's Kids products at ZQL.com.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Reese's Peanut Butter Cups presents great combos in pop culture. Longtime buddies, singer-songwriter Bruce Springsteen and former President Barack Obama always touch on who has the better day job.
I think Bruce, through his music, I tease him about how much better it is being a rock and roll star than being a politician.
Which, of course, it is.
Brought to you by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. The best way to start your day, end your day, and middle of your day.
Furry folk are helping students deal with this new school year.
It's having a positive effect on some 5,000 students in Kanawha County, West Virginia, using therapy dogs like Louie, a 1-year-old yellow lab, to ease student jitters. Stephanie Haynes is principal of Bridgeview Elementary School in Charleston, West Virginia.
He's been amazing. The laughter and the smiles, the difference that he made immediately.
Student Anthony Sanders.
I love playing with him. He's always there for you.
The Yellow Lab interacts with some 400 students every school day. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
Many people forced to evacuate due to those Canadian wildfires had to leave their pets behind, especially those who took buses or planes. Now volunteers, including a veterinarian, have been working to find the animals and reunite them with their people, or at least keep tabs on them until the evacuation orders are lifted. Some people left out food and water thinking they'd be back soon. Allison Keys, CBS News.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or from a former client? Maybe an outdated news article or sensitive personal information about your family? Search engines don't always get it right. For right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-803-5505 to speak to an expert. That's 800-803-5505.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
I put my pants on, just like the rest of you, one leg at a time.
With George Gale.
Except, once my pants are on, I make gold records.
AM 1230.
I could have used a little more cowbell.
KXO.
1230 KXO.